I feel like the way that Activision and some of these other development teams handle these Call of Duty titles are almost completely backwards. You see, instead of wanting to showcase off their premium experience, what the core Call of Duty fanbase wants to see, they typically try to show off their brand new game modes first. Like with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. The first initial gameplay footage that we all saw for this game was Gunfight, which is a 2v2 styled tournament. Same thing with Call of Duty Vanguard. The first thing that we've seen with this game in the alpha is Champion Hill. Once again, a 2v2, 3v3 styled game mode, not your typical 6v6 experience. Now, this isn't a bad thing because I like new things when it comes to Call of Duty. But to be honest with you, I would much rather invest more of my time into trying to figure out what's wrong with the core game that I'm going to be playing the most, the 6v6 experience, instead of sinking all of this time into Champions Hill, which I'll probably be touching a few times, maybe 4 or 5 times possibly, every few months. When it comes to this game being released, it's not going to be one of my main game modes. It's cool that we got to play it right away, you know, it's cool that we got to experience it, but when it comes down to a selling point, that's not going to catch your typical Call of Duty player's eye. For an example, let's look over at Battlefield 2042, and their playtest, which is technically their alpha, compared to, you know, Call of Duty Vanguard's alpha, they gave us the core Battlefield experience for Battlefield 2042, knowing that that's what needs to be fixed. Yes, they could have put out Hazard Zone or something like that and allowed us to play a brand new mode that's coming to Battlefield. But at the end of the day, we could fix all the bugs and glitches and those specific modes. But if the core Battlefield experience flops, the whole game is going to go down with it. And EA DICE knows this. That's why every single test they put out, beta, alpha, playtest, doesn't matter what it is, it's going to be around Conquest or Breakthrough or any other typical Battlefield game mode that everybody is used to playing. Because not only is this a better selling point for the Battlefield community, like I said, it's eye candy for a Battlefield fan to see Conquest over Hazard Zone, even though Hazard Zone is going to be phenomenal in my personal opinion. I'm really excited to see what's going to come out of that game mode. But like I said, to your typical Battlefield fan, they want to see good old classic Conquest, or pretty much any game mode with a massive player count. That's all that matters. And also, not just that being a selling point, but they know they need to fix the core experience of Battlefield as well. But enough rambling on about that stuff. Call of Duty Vanguard is finally coming out with their beta, and it's going to be a 6v6 experience. They just released tons of notes, tons of information, and I'm going to be going over pretty much everything in this video with you guys, all the good and all the bad. And I'm going to go ahead and flash up pretty much everything that's going to be coming into the beta for Call of Duty Vanguard. And you guys are going to see why I am pretty disappointed in Activision and Sledgehammer Games for not starting off with this strong note right here, and then, you know, obviously starting off with Champion Hill, which was, like I said, alright, but it wasn't really a core Call of Duty experience. Now, right here on the screen, as you can see, there's going to be 5 different maps: Champion Hill, Hotel Royale, Gavutu, maybe is how you pronounce it, Red Star, and then Eagle's Nest. Awesome rotation, a decent amount of maps, and also it's not going to be like it was in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. God have mercy on our souls. Do you guys remember Black Ops Cold War, where they gave us pretty much the same content that was going to be in launch? It was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my whole life. But no, it's going to be, what, I think 16 different 6v6 maps, but I think it's going to be 19 altogether, not including, you know, obviously 6v6 different game modes and all that nonsense. So that means there's easily 10 plus maps that are still going to be coming at launch. So everything we see right here is not going to be everything we see in the main game. Thank the gods. I still cannot believe the beta of Black Ops Cold War was the official game. It was so weird and disgusting. Next up are the game modes that are going to be in the beta. Champion Hill, which we already know. You know, solo, duos, and trios are allowed in Champion Hill when it comes to the beta. Then they have Team Deathmatch, and God really needs to help your soul if you don't know what Team Deathmatch is. That's like the most classic and traditional FPS game mode ever made in history. Then, of course, Domination, 3 flags to capture. Kill confirmed, get kills, capture their tags and stuff like that. We already know what that is. But then there's going to be a new game mode called Patrol. And basically what it is hardpoint with a faster moving point. Kind of weird. I feel like we already saw that. Wasn't this called like cranked hardpoint or something like that? Or some type of cranked mode where the hardpoint moved extra fast, but you also had crank timer. Basically, this is the same exact game mode. You just don't get, you know, a crank timer or anything like that. So it's not really too creative. We've already seen it, but like I said, anything's welcome at this point. More variety is more better when it comes to a beta, and allows us to have a little bit more play time. And then, of course, one of the most goated game modes ever to come into Call of Duty history, Search and Destroy, which will be coming in weekend 2. So we got to wait a little bit longer for Search and Destroy, but I think it'll be worth it once we get our hands on. And as we all know, Search and Destroy was probably single-handedly one of the best game modes in Modern Warfare 2019. That pretty much saved the game for me. I hate Modern Warfare 2019, but when you hop on with the homies and just get a full 5-6 man party, just playing some Search and Destroy, getting toxic with it, it's a blast, it's a fun time, but that's the only possible way that that game is enjoyable. Other than that, I have no urge to touch it, look at it, play it, nothing. So with the same engine coming in Vanguard and hopefully better map designs, that's like the most crucial thing that I'm looking for in this beta is the map designs. Search and Destroy will probably make a comeback and maybe be good again for a year or two with Vanguard on the same engine. But like I was just saying, I really hope the map designs are good in Vanguard. That's going to be the #1 thing I'm looking for when it comes to the Vanguard beta. There's a lot of other things I want to pay attention to, which I will be. You could definitely expect all different types of variety of content when it comes to this channel when the beta drops. I know everybody either expects me to be 24/7 negative or 24/7 positive, but that's not how it works here. I always try to tell both sides of the story, so I know my titles piss people off, but like I said, I'm not going to be 24/7 negative. Neither 24/7 positive. It's impossible. If something good happens, I'll talk about the good things. If something bad happens, I'll talk about the bad things. But one of the biggest things I want to pay attention to is the map designs because, my God, these past couple of years have been just awful. And I'm really hoping for some redemption when it comes to creative map designs that just aren't completely awful. Like, for example, Modern Warfare 2's maps, even Modern Warfare 3's maps, World at War, Black Ops 1 had some bangers. All very creative, not strictly 3-lane styled maps, but they took the 3-lane style and expanded on it and made it unique, interesting, and just fun. There's always so many different ways to play each and every level, and that's one of the main reasons why I fell in love with Call of Duty, because not only is it a fast-paced, arcadey styled game, but it wasn't super duper simplistic to the point where it was just, mind-numbing. And these past couple of years, I mean, they showed some promise with trying to be unique and creative, but the creative path they took wasn't the best path in the world, in my opinion. But then for the weapons, when it comes to multiplayer, we'll be able to rank them up until weapon rank number 30, which isn't too shabby. It'll give us a general idea of the attachments for the guns, but it won't go to the extreme depth of what they're all about because I believe there's like 70 plus ranks for each weapon, which is actually insane. I have no clue how they're going to balance any of this stuff out, but we're going to see when the game is officially launched, but not too shabby with weapons and stuff like that. But this right here is honestly where it gets pretty interesting. If you guys haven't watched my channel for a little while now, I think maybe like it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 1 to 2 weeks ago, I made a video about this, about combat pacing. Which, to me personally, I thought it was going to be like, something that they added into Warzone, for an example. A helping feature of skill-based matchmaking, since it's so sweaty on the opposite team, it will help you improve the type of players that you're playing with. So in Warzone, I can go ahead and choose players who like to ping more, or people who like to talk more, or people who like to, go for hot drops, or people who like to take the game slow. You can do that in Warzone now. You can literally specifically pick the people that you want to play with. And that's what I thought was coming into Call of Duty Vanguard, but I guess I was a little off with that one, because the combat pacing is this: Tactical, Assault, and Blitz. And basically it's going to be different player counts for this. Tactical, these are lobbies that franchise veterans know well. This is the experience that you're used to with classic Call of Duty combat timing. Tactical combat pacing is always 6v6. Then Assault, balanced combat pacing that gives you enough room to breathe and a lot of targets to kill. And Beta Weekend 1, player counts will vary between 20 to 28 players. Kinda sounds like the Assault game mode from Black Ops Cold War, but okay, let's move on to the next. Blitz. High action lobbies where the intensity is cranked up to frenetic levels. Prepare for plenty of combat when choosing to join a blitz. And Beta Weekend 1, player counts will vary between 28 to 48 players. Now this is my problem with this current system. They're basically trying to introduce something brand new into the game called combat pacing, when in all reality, it's all the game modes they made in the past couple of years combined into one title. Tactical is, like it said, your classic Call of Duty traditional 6v6 experience. Assault is like combined arms from Black Ops Cold War, and Blitz is like ground war from Modern Warfare. They're combining and basically copy and pasting everything that was in the past into Call of Duty Vanguard and trying to advertise that as something new under combat pacing. I'm not even surprised anymore to see stuff like this coming from Call of Duty. I mean, it's just like them to go ahead and, instead of saying, hey guys, we're bringing back ground war and combined arms from both Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard, so we have the best of all worlds. No, instead of advertising like that, they have to lie and say there's going to be, quote-unquote something new, innovative coming into the game, and rename it for some strange, awkward reason. And then when the fan base get their hands on the game and they go to see what this new feature is, it's, ground war and combined arms. They got finessed. It's such a horrible practice, but again, what can we do about this? They do this every single year. It's nothing new here. But push that aside, this right here is what the alpha should have been. Or even this didn't have to be the alpha. They could have had like one map in rotation. It could have been one weekend, for PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 users to go ahead and play Call of Duty Vanguard on one singular 6v6 map with like 3 different weapons. That's good enough. As long as you advertised and showcased the core 6v6 experience, I think it would have done a lot better than, showcasing Champion Hill. Because Champion Hill alone is such a sweaty competitive game mode. You don't have enough time to practice or try anything out because every death costs you a life, which pushes you closer and closer to a loss. Compared to 6v6 where, you die, you respawn, you die, you respawn, you die, you respawn. So every single death, it doesn't really matter. You could try something new every single time around and experience what the game is all about without being stressed out about your team getting pissed off at you for, wasting all your lives away. But guys, that's going to finish up the commentary. If you enjoyed it today, make sure you leave a like. Bombs, I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, going to chat with me. There's 2 ways to do so, via Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games I do over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.